Hi everybody. So here I am Manik Mondal and once again from the channel Literature Study at Home, I welcome you for our 2 days another MCQ series. Today we will also discuss 50 most important MCQs and we will focus today on the unit novel. Okay, so let us start the proceeding. Okay, first question. What does the portrait in the picture of the Dorian Gray symbolize? Picture of the Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde is an amazing read. While going through it, I just feel the mesmerizing, sensation. Oh, I was really, puzzled. What a, writing technique Oscar Wilde used there. So here the question is, what does the portrait in the picture of the Dorian Gray symbolize? So it symbolizes the degradation of Dorian's soul. As you come to know that Dorian Gray as a person was not, changed. He was continuing as a youth, but his picture was continuously degrading. So it suggests that though Dorian Gray is, completely a fine, beautiful, handsome man, but his soul is regretting. This is the finest read I have done in my career. Now, next, who is responsible for leading Dorian Gray into a life of indulgence? So, in this novel, there are characters, his friends. So here your question is, who is responsible for leading Dorian Gray into a life of indulgence? It was his friend Lord Henry Wotton. Okay. Now which theme is central to picture of the Dorian Gray? What is the central theme of it? The power of art, the corrupting influence of vanity, the importance of family loyalty, the role of fate in human life. Obviously, the corrupting influence of vanity. Now, come to question number 4. What is the significance of the yellow book in the picture of the Dorian Gray? So, it symbolizes Lord Henry's influence. Got it? Now, which line is famously associated with the picture of Dorian Gray? So, which line is famously associated with the picture of Dorian Gray? And that is, the only way to get rid of a temptation is to yield to it. Okay, so by this you can, get rid of your temptation. Now come to question number 6. What is Victor Frankenstein's central tragedy in the novel Frankenstein? So, in the novel Frankenstein, Victor Frankenstein's central tragedy is his own creation of the monster. Now, come to question number 7. Which of the following is a symbol in Frankenstein? Which of the following is a symbol in Frankenstein? And here we have a prominent figure, that is fire. So fire is a prominent symbol in Frankenstein. Now next question rather, what is monster's greatest desire in the novel Frankenstein? And that is to prepare to make a companion to love him. Actually, the monster was suffering for what? For lack of companion, lack of friend, because after the creation of him, his creator also left him. Now, question number 9. Which of these quotes is attributed to the creature in Frankenstein? In Frankenstein, the creature, monster itself says that I am malicious because I am miserable. Now, question number 10. Who is Victor Frankenstein's closest ally throughout the novel? Victor Frankenstein's closest ally throughout the novel, we have found that it is his friend Henry Clarville. Now, though he was also murdered in the story. Now, which character is tasked with destroying the One Ring in the novel The Lord of the Rings. So, which character is tasked with destroying the One Ring in The Lord of the Rings? So, here the character Frodo Baggins, who is linked with the task of destroying One Ring in the novel The Lord of the Rings. Now, what does the One Ring symbolizes? One Ring symbolizes power and corruption. Now, next question. Which line is spoken by Galadriel in The Lord of the Rings? In the novel Lord of the Rings, the character Galadriel speaks about that even the smallest person can change the course of the future. So, the course can be changed, even it is maybe a powerful man, maybe a very smallest man. So a smallest person can also change the course of future too. Okay, very good. Sorry for the interference. Now, question number 14. Who is the leader of the fellowship in the Lord of the Rings? In the Lord of the Rings, who is the leader of the fellowship? So it was Gandalf. Gandalf was the leader of the fellowship. Now come to question number 15. Which of these characters does not accompany Frodo to destroy One Ring? So among the characters in the options you can see, so who were not the accompany of Frodo? Okay, so others were the companion, but who were not the part of the companion? So it was obviously Gollum. Option D is your right option. Now question number 16. What is the relationship between Heathcliff and Catherine Earnshaw in the novel Wuthering Heights? Is a fine example, is a fine novel, finest novel, is the finest novel in terms of Gothic literature. So here, what is the relationship between Heathcliff and Catherine Earnshaw? So they are romantic partners, okay, but in real life they were not actually given the liberty of meeting. They were separated. Even we have seen the incident of necrophilia. Do you know what is necrophilia? When a person do sexes with dead body. So we have seen Heathcliff to do it. Okay. Now we have next question. Question number 17. Which of these is a central theme in Wuthering Heights? Which of these is a central theme in Wuthering Heights? Obviously, it is about the destructive power of revenge. We have seen how Heathcliff was desperate to get revenge, isn't it? Now, we have next question, question number 18. What is the symbol of freedom and wild passion? What is the symbol of freedom and wild passion in the novel Wuthering Heights? Obviously, we have the instance of the Moors. The Moors symbolize freedom and wild passion. Now, question number 19. Which character is associated with the quote, "Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same"? So, I think you can very clearly, identify the person. Obviously, it is the voice of Heathcliff. He says, "Whatever our souls are made of," that means his and also obviously Catherine's. Okay. Now, next, what is the main consequence of Heathcliff and Catherine's obsessive love? What is the main consequence or outcome or result of Heathcliff and Catherine's obsessive love? They destroy each other, and not only themselves but those who are around them too. Now, next 21 question number. In the Brave New World, what is the drug used to keep citizens content? Now, in the novel Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, so what he actually mentioned in the novel is that what a kind of drug was used to keep citizens content, and it is called soma. Now, 22. Which of the following best describes the significance of the character of the creature in Frankenstein? So, which of the following best describes the significance of the character, creature, or monster rather? So, it is a symbol of dangers of playing God. You are playing with God and the consequences of isolation. Just with it was like in the case of Prometheus, who was suffered. It was due to his rebellion attitude against Zeus. So Zeus sent his eagle to eat his liver in the daytime. At night his liver was once again transformed in reality, and then on the next morning his liver was eaten. So eternal punishment was given to Prometheus. Similarly, here in the novel, Victor Frankenstein goes against the verdict of God. That means once a man dies, nobody can returns him or her. But Victor Frankenstein did it. So while doing this, he did not return back a man, rather he made a monster. So by doing this, he creates a kind of danger for him. So dangers of playing God and the consequences of isolation, isn't it? Now come to question number 23. In the picture of Dorian Gray, which character can be seen as a representation of temptation and indulgence? You have to answer it. I think you can. So which character can be seen as a representation of temptation and indulgence? It is the person named Lord Henry Wotton, his friend, Dorian Gray's friend. Now, question number 24. The symbol of the one ring in the Lord of the Ring represents. I have discussed it a little earlier. You need to answer it. So, this symbol of one ring is the destructive power of greed and ambition. Now, question number 25. In Brave New World, what is the purpose of the drug soma? So, I have tried to, interchange the questioning wordings so that I can, play with your minds, dear friends. So, in Brave New World, what is the purpose of the drug? Just few seconds ago, I discussed it to serve as a tool for escapism and also social control. Now, who is the main antagonist in the novel Wuthering Heights? Here we have a character named Hindley Earnshaw. He was the antagonist of the novel. Now, which of the following lines from Wuthering Heights best represents Catherine Earnshaw's inner conflict? So, what is the primary line? So, I told you that it was the voice of Heathcliff, but not. Rather, it was the voice of Catherine Earnshaw. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine. Here, his mean Heathcliff and mine mean Catherine. Okay, are the same. Now, next question number 28. In Les Miserables, the character of Jean Valjean can be seen as a symbol of what? So, in Les Miserables, the character of Jean Valjean can be seen as a symbol of redemption through suffering and compassion. Now, next, in the Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne, here the letter A on Hester Prynne's chest symbolize what? So here A represent what? And I think you can answer it. It is adultery and sin. Adultery and sin. Now in Bram Stoker Dracula, so the symbol of blood primarily represents what? Symbol of blood primarily represent what? Obviously, it's a symbol of exchange between predator and prey and the spread of evil. Dracula is a symbol of that. Okay, now which character in Charles Dickens' Great Expectation is an example of social class struggles and their impact on identity? It is obviously the central character Pip. Now, question number 32. Which of the following best describes the central theme of Walden by H.D. Thoreau, Henry David Thoreau? So, in Walden, the central theme obviously the search of for a deeper connection with nature and self-reliance. Now question number 33. The pilgrims in the Canterbury Tales are journeying to what? They are journeying to Canterbury, that is the shrine of Thomas Becket. Now, in the trial, what does the trial symbolize? In the trial symbolizes the human condition of existential struggle and absurdity. Now come to question number 35. The existential philosophy we have found in The Stranger by Albert Camus. So it focuses primarily on what? So the existential philosophy explored in The Stranger, okay, focuses primarily on the ways in which individuals create their own meaning in meaningless world. This is a fine example of absurd theater. Now, once again, the picture of Dorian Gray. So, in the picture of Dorian Gray, Dorian's portrait serves as a symbol of what? So, I have discussed it little earlier, but in another context. So, it is a kind of reflection of his moral degradation and also hidden sins. Now, who is the main tragic figure in the novel Frankenstein? Who is the main tragic figure in Frankenstein? Obviously, the hero itself, Victor Frankenstein. Now, in The Lord of the Rings, who is the most responsible for the corruption of the One Ring? So, who was the responsible for the corruption of the One Ring? Yes, it was Sauron, or rather Sauron. Now, which of the following is a key characteristic of the world state in Brave New World by Aldous Huxley? So, which of the following is key characteristics of the world state? It is a rigid caste system and the elimination of individuality, which is found in all the where in the world. Now, who is the main antagonist in Wuthering Heights? So, it's going to repeated question. I'm sorry for that. It is obviously antagonist. Oh no, sorry, Catherine answer can't be. Here we have, yes, as far as the option says, so it obviously go for Heathcliff. Otherwise, we have no such option. So we have earlier option too, but here Heathcliff is the antagonist so far as the options are saying. Okay. Now the themes of guilt, redemption, and forgiveness are central to which novel? So in which novel we have found the theme of guilt, redemption, and forgiveness? Which is at the central of the theme. It's obviously Les Miserables. Okay. Now the title character, the title of Scarlet Letter refers to what? The title of the Scarlet Letter, obviously it is talking about a symbol of sin. Now, which of the following best defines the concept of existentialism explored in the novel The Stranger? So here we have the option B, that is the belief that individual must create their own meaning and values in a meaningless world. Now, next we have question number 44. Which of the following works by J.R.R. Tolkien features a fellowship of diverse characters? So, which of the following works we have found the featuring of fellowship? So, it is in The Lord of the Rings. Here we have companions who are in the search of this. Next, in the trial, what is Joseph K's main source of suffering? Joseph K was suffering. So, what was the main source of suffering in the novel The Trial? So, here that is his lack of understanding about his trial and legal system is the main cause. Now, in the novel The Great Expectation, which character represents the moral decline of society and the corruption of health? So, which character represents it? It is through Miss Havisham, isn't it? Now, next question. In the novel Brave New World, who is the character that represents the clash between controlled world state and the natural human conditions? It was John the Savage. Now, question 48. In the Scarlet Letter, what is the primary reason Hester Prynne refuses to reveal the father of her child? It is due to that she wants to protect the man who is innocent in the eyes of the society. It is the right answer. Now, question 49. Which of the following best defines the concept of exist? It's one second repeated question, so I'm sorry for that. It is the belief, that is the value in a meaningless world. So skip it. Okay. Now, what is the primary function of Hypnopedia? We have the instance of Hypnopedia in Brave New World. So, what is the primary function of Hypnopedia? Actually, it's a method of education through sleep. Okay, I think this is an impressive question for you. If I say that some questions are repeated, but the number is very much limited. So, in place of 50 question, I can say rather 45 or 46 or 7. So, I hope these questions too also beneficial for you. So, if it is helpful, kindly support me for the future videos.